Of the Elite Lineman Training Institute. It's good to be with you tonight. Is everybody doing good? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So my name's Colton. My name's Colton Witt. I do a lot of videos and stuff for the school. And we have a fun graduation for you guys tonight. At Elite, if you're around us, you come to realize pretty quick that we like to have fun, and we like to have fun at our graduation. So, let's just have a good time celebrating these guys. Just know there's going to be a lot of jokes. We'll talk more about the jokes as this thing goes on. But what we're going to do to start things off is I'm going to say a prayer, and then we're going to welcome the students in here. And listen, here's what I need from y'all. Y'all just gave me some good energy. A lot of times I say, how's everybody doing? And, they don't give me good energy. Y'all have already given good energy. So when they come in here, go bananas. Let them know you're proud of them. Let them know that you know they're there and you think they did awesome. So I'm going to say a prayer. We're going to welcome these guys, and then we'll get this show on the road. So let's bow our heads and pray. Lord, we love you, and I love you. And I just thank you for being a good God, for being faithful, for always loving, for the way that you are just good. I thank you for every single person in this building. I thank you for what we're here to celebrate. I thank you for the fact that these guys have done such a good job and are moving in a good direction towards a career and in their lives. And I'm thankful that we get to be a part of your mission, Lord, and I'm thankful for the families. And I just pray that your hand is on our graduation tonight. I pray that you bless it. I pray that it just goes really well. And we love you, and we thank you for all you do. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, all right, here's the deal. Everybody, stand up, get on your feet, make some noise for Class 25 of the Elite Lineman Training Institute. Okay, all right, we got a long graduation. We got a lot of time to scream, so hang on just a minute. But y'all are doing great. That's exactly what we need. That's great. So, so before we get into all the fun we're going to have tonight, let's start off by, got to get my notes out. It's very important to read your notes. And so we're just going to do a couple shout-outs and things for students and families to know as you're getting out of here and leaving today. So first off, we have Jerry Smith, Robert Hall. Go to church with them. They are Gideon's, the AKA Bibles in the hotel room guys, So they have brought Bibles for all of our students. So that's a gift from them to you guys. Go back there and grab a Bible. Yeah, that's really great. Really great of them. Grab a Bible. And Paula Simmons, where's Paula? There she is in the back. Paula, yeah, give Paula a big hand. Some of y'all met Paula today. She came and brought donuts and everything. She's with the Utility Employment Credit Union. She's helped many a student over the years get the funding they need to come to school. So, yeah, give Paula one more hand. One more thing. We have signs. Everybody, the high school graduates, you have the proud mom of the so-and-so graduate. It doesn't say mom, it just says graduate, elite graduate. It's a yard sign, and we got them in the back. So when you're getting out of here, grab your elite graduate yard sign, and that's on behalf of the Elite Lineman Training Institute. So that's a gift to you guys. So, all right. So enough of that stuff. I'm going to call 3 individuals to the stage. Let me get this mic loose. I'm going to need Yvonne, Ramses, and Eli. Y'all come to the stage, please. Here you go.
Mic check, mic check.
It's on. Okay, let's stand over here, fellas. Let's stand over here. All right. All right, y'all doing good?
I'm good. Doing good,
okay.
good.
Are we good? Turn it. Oh, yeah, we're on. Okay. Now, I'm just going to give you a little heads up. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what's about to happen later. This is a different graduation in the way that we call people up on stage when it comes to students. We do what we call funny superlatives, and you're going to hear all about it in a minute. But the way we do this is most likely to, and then we tell a joke that pokes fun at that particular student. And the students helped us come up with these, so we don't want you to think we're just making fun of your baby. All right, listen, some of these are borderline, so just know, you might be mad at us at the end of this thing, just like we're just going to point the finger down here, and but it's all jokes, just remember that. But here's what we're going to do. We don't want to leave out the instructors. The students are got to get a lot of made fun of, so we're going to let these guys make fun of the instructors for a minute. So, yeah, they love this. So, let's set it up this way. So first off, just tell everybody your names and where y'all are from.
I'm Elias. I'm actually from Dalton.
Okay.
My name is Rams Ochoa. I'm from Dalton.
My name is Yvonne Vasquez. I'm from Dalton.
Okay, and did y'all have known each other for a long time, correct?
Yes, sir.
Since elementary school?
Yes, sir.
We have.
Okay, cool. So, and then y'all just happened, when y'all got here to Elite, ended up in the pole circle right next to each other.
No,
correct?
that was planned.
Not as planned?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, as planned?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, y'all made it happen. So y'all got in the same area, and they were a little wild, to say the least, in the pole circle. I don't think I'm allowed to say this, so I'm going to ask them, what did y'all call yourselves?
Beantown.
Okay. They called themselves Beantown. I can say it now because it's already been said. So here's the deal. Y'all had a lot of interactions. The instructors, they talked about separating y'all in the pole circle. Let's start. We're just going to run down a list of instructors. I just want you to tell me about each of them, maybe do a little impression, and then we'll just make our way through the list. Let's start off with Keith. Tell me a little bit about Keith. He's a CDL instructor. Go ahead.
Okay, Keith, there's a bunch of instructors over there, but Keith was definitely like the soccer mom of the group.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be the one that have the
Right.
gummy snacks.
Right.
Right, that's right.
All right,
Right,
that's right.
right. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. There we go. And then Joseph. Tell me about Joseph Burge. He's our lead CDL instructor. Raise your hand, Burge. There he is. Talk.
Yeah.
All right, I think Joseph's like a 16-year-old in a man's body at this point. So
Oh, yeah.
we were sitting there at Elite in the parking lot, and Joseph pulls up in his 4Runner, and there is 2 12-inch subwoofers in the back of his vehicle. And he puts his hat on backwards, rolls the windows down, looks at me or us right here, and cranks that thing all the way up. And I think he said the dogs were barking.
Oh, yeah.
The dogs were barking for sure.
And is there anything he says that's unique or anything?
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Wait, but you got to get the stance. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, he thrusts his hip back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Aaron. Tell me about Aaron.
My boy Aaron,
That's all you like. That's all you like.
So Aaron probably knows the weather most of the time. Listen, Listen, a lot of these students gonna understand this one. You know, Aaron looks up at the.
How'd he walk? How'd he walk?
Aaron, I love you. You my boy. You my dog, boy. You my dog. You my dog. My boy.
Okay.
Don't matter.
They were most nervous about yours, Aaron.
We didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do it. A little bit though.
Okay. All right. Okay, get ready for this one, boy. Get ready. Next, tell me about Shane.
Hey, Shane, you know, he's turtleneck.
Like the beginning, he had that big old like 4-inch
Brace on, man.
brace
Yeah, he
on
had
his neck.
surgery, for those who don't know, and he was wearing a neck brace when he showed up.
He walked like a penguin.
How you look up in the polls?
He
What did you call him? Say it how you say it to him.
Mr. Chan.
Mr. Chang!
Mr. Chang!
You know, and I could whistle from across the field, you know. And then he's like,
Mr. Chan.
and he's just like, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about Brad.
Oh man, Mr. Brad. So
Let me show you a trick.
Let me show you a trick. But Brad carries
Show him the
himself
stance.
a
Show
certain
him the
way.
stance.
Like my boy Brad. Look, you can see him like strolling through. He got no, to the paint. You know.
Wait, slide?
Step,
Slide.
slide.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't take one time to learn that, all right?
It only takes it one time. Just look, he has a photogenic memory. He'll tell you too.
Photographic.
Photographic. My fault. You know,
Photographic.
all it takes is one time with him.
I did it once.
I learned that just now.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All right,
I'm
I'm gonna put Yvonne. This is Yvonne's guy. Tell me about Ira.
Where's Yins at?
Oh, hiding. You're hiding over there.
Ira. All right, well, you know, they call us Beantown. And so I got that from Ira. He's from Beantown.
Bean Station, Tennessee.
Station, Tennessee. So
The mountains.
the mountains. I mean, he came out the bushes. I mean, so as me going to Lee, I mean, I'm about Mexican as it gets. and so I'm going with, you know, walk into school, sit down. And so, what's going on, Yins? I'm like, what in the world? And he's like, Yins. And he's always like, you feel me? And he's throwing his little sign, you feel me? And so, and he told me why I ain't corn-fed, which I still don't know what that means. and I don't know. And so, that's just Yins over there. Oh, and you know, I walked in there, which I'm just the bean with the dream, you know. I mean, you know, yeah. You feel me?
I was hoping he was going to say that. That's okay. Okay, you can't make this up. All right, last one. Let's talk about Blake. He's our big guy. You can't miss Blake. Blake, raise your hand. Be careful. Be careful, boys. Go ahead.
All right, wait.
Hey, now let me set y'all up. Y'all had a moment with Blake that was pretty. It was an eventful thing that happened. Why don't you talk about that? Do you mind talking about that?
You got it.
Me? All right. So we was in the transition pose at the time, and Ira had came up and grabbed me while I was unaware. Well, Ira and Blake are like a dynamic duo. They're rarely like off by themselves. Well, Ira was by himself this time, but me and Yvonne were still right there, you know, just, you know. So Yvonne jumps on his back, and he's like, all right, I got chins later. Just wait for me, you know, blah, blah, blah. So we're putting our stuff up, about to go on lunch. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm happy, finna go on lunch, you know. I don't know who it was. Someone yells, Eli, turn around. I turn around, and I see Blake, like Blake and Ira slithering through the pole circle coming at me. I didn't have my bean. I had nothing. Only thing I had was my belt. I took my belt off real quick, you know. And I was like, well, if this is how it goes, it's how it is, you know. And Yvonne, I look at Yvonne. Yvonne is full sprinting.
Flying, wait.
Full sprinting towards us, you know. Well, Ira tries to grab me. Yvonne jumps on Ira's back.
Flew, wait.
Blake, on the other hand, tries to grab Yvonne. I don't know. I mean, the closest thing to a grizzly bear running at 50 miles an hour was then.
Oh, he can move.
Trust me. He can move. And he tried to grab Yvonne. Yeah, he tried to grab Yvonne, and he claims we tripped him. He tripped over himself or he tripped on Ira.
They both
and
went
he
down.
fell. He rolled. I mean, and
He rolled down the hill.
He rolled down the hill. I mean,
The whole hill.
yeah. But the funny part was when Brad, I mean, you hear out of nowhere, Brad's like, "What in the world was all that dust?" I mean,
It's a dust cloud.
he was, "That's a dust cloud over there. What in the world?" Me and Yvonne were scared. I mean, we were shaking. We were already scared of the poles, and then, you know, we got to worry about Blake. Oh, man, that was... Ugh.
We should have seen him when you got up.
Oh, yeah, he looked at us, and he just...
Nah, don't you remember? He's like, come here. Come here.
Oh, yeah, he was trying to get us. You know, we were running away from him. What?
Deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, y'all did awesome. Give them a big hand. Y'all take those with you. Hand those to Ira. Hand me one of those. Hand me this one. All right. Okay. All right. The beans. So there they go. I can say it now. They said it first. Okay. So we're going to shift gears. We had some laughs now. So we had a student in here. If you follow us on social media, some of you know that there was a song wrote about the Elite Lineman Training Institute. A guy named Andrew. Andrew, where you at? There he is. Andrew's here. Andrew, go ahead and make your way up, and I'll just kind of set you up and tell everybody what's happening. So give me 1 second here. So Andrew, one particular day, I'm out filming in the pole circle, and I come over to him, and I'd heard him sing something. And then I asked him, if you've seen the little clip that we put online, I asked him what he's singing, and he then sings part of a song that he just come up with on the spot. And then the whole thing was he was going to finish the song by week 11. He was going to take a lot of the experiences from CDL, from learning to climb, from just the school itself, into the song. And he wanted to wait over the whole course to finish it. And so we have, on our social media, we have people commenting all the time. When's the song ready? When's the song? Song done? Y'all about to post a song? When's the song? Where's the song? Well, here's the deal. We're going to post a song on Monday. But we wanted you guys, all the friends and family, and the students have already heard it once, but we want everybody, you guys, to get to hear it first. We feel like it's a really great, just summary of what this experience is like. This song really is that. So Andrew wrote this song. He is talented musician. He's going to sing it for us. So, Andrew, let me make sure that mic's on.
Hello. All right. I don't know if y'all heard what I just said, but Colton kind of hyped me up right there, so I hope I can live up to the hype right there. Appreciate you, Colton. But the song I wrote, it's called Old Pole. This old pole got me missing my home. I can't see my mama and I can't see my dog. Gathering out every step that I take. And Clint yelled at me and cut the wheel right. Came back a trailer and it saved my life. I keep going in left and right. Life on the line sure can take its toll. Living on the road is only for the strong. Going from state to state, trying to get every dollar I can make, oh Lord. Oh, shaking like a leaf, just setting fate's high. buck squeeze on tight, holding on for my life. Irish says, let that grain out and fly. Wire sizes and certified climb. Lord, I hope I can get through week 5. They say it's only downhill from here. Life on the line sure can take its toll. Living on the road is only for strong. Going from state to state, trying to get every dollar I can make, oh Lord. Oh, oh, oh. Waking up to that beautiful sunrise, Waylon's giving us life advice. Companies coming in left and right, starting to make me appreciate the little things in life. This old pole got me missing my home. I can't see my mama and I can't see my dog. I'm starting to think maybe I should give her a call.
Thank you. Now welcome to the stage, Blake Baldridge.
Hello, y'all hear me? Go. It's still not working. Hello. Hello, hello. Got me? I'm not singing, so can't do that. Says, good evening, everyone. It's our honor to stand here tonight and welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the 25th class of Elite Lineman Training Institute. The road to this moment hadn't been easy. You spent the last 11 weeks battling those long, hot days in the pole circle, learning how to build lines, hanging pots, T-hangers, all while studying and practicing for your CDL test. But you kept showing up. You climbed when you were tired, you listened when you were frustrated, you pushed forward, even when quitting might have been easier. But that's what it takes in this life. Life is not easy. But no one makes it here alone. So let's take a moment to thank the people who walked beside you on this journey. First, my fellow line instructors. We've been where you're going. We didn't just show you how to climb a pole or tie a knot. We showed you how to carry yourself and take pride in doing it right. To our CDL instructors, thank you for giving these guys the knowledge and skills it takes to succeed in a very important part of this trade. Without guys like you that are willing to put in the time and effort to show and teach these young men how to drive and back trucks, this job will be a lot harder. Thank you to our office staff. They might not have been outside sweating in the pole circle, but they have been grinding just as hard as you have behind the scenes. Without them, none of this is even possible. Thank you to David and Mark for teaching y'all how to be good men in a hard world. Graduates, this night is about you. You have proven you can handle the challenges that lay ahead. And as you leave tonight, remember all the hard work it took to get here. Tackle the next challenge the same way. No matter how far this job takes you, always remember you're now part of the elite family, and I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of y'all. Congratulations.
Okay, all right. Now, y'all have already heard. If I could get Ira, make your way. Let's give a big hand for Ira Perky. And if we can get our whole team of Elite Lineman Training Institute, if y'all can make your way up. And okay, yeah, we're good. We can hang this right here. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get all our staff up here, and we're going to start with the superlatives I told you about a minute ago. So y'all already got the setup. You know these are jokes. We're going to tell a story to kind of set up each one, and then there will be a little punchline. We're going to have them come up, they get to say a speech, and then they head on their way. Does that sound good? Like I said, be prepared for some of these. Are you nervous? How you feeling?
I don't feel as bad as I did about making fun of them after Eli and Yvonne and Randy was up here.
Okay. Well, good deal. Well, let's get this show on the road. We'll just start with the first one. So, we're starting with one of these. Let's go ahead. James Coyle, just go ahead and make your way up here. Don't show him. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Come on, James. That's fine. It's okay. Now, James, I need you to stand right here in front of Ira and me. Just stand right here in front of us. Once you get over. Okay. Stand right here, right directly in front of us. Okay. All right. Most likely to be overlooked. James Coyle.
That was for me. So let's get this. How's that?
Thank you, bud. Thank you. All right, well, I just want to say my time here at Elite was truly amazing. From day one, the staff and all the instructors pushed me to be my best. I'm grateful for everything I've learned here and the people who've helped me get through this experience, and couldn't be more thankful. Thank y'all.
All right, as instructors, well, I'll say for the whole staff, when these guys come in, we try our very best to establish a relationship with each and every individual one of them. We try to get to know them. I think that's accredited to the small class sizes and the number of instructors that we have, and we try to form a bond with each and every one of them. Well, with this next young man that's going to come up, me and him was able to form a bond in a little bit of a unique way. And y'all don't beat me up for this one, but me and him have a little bit of something in common, and that's that we both have a big old gap in between our front teeth. So with that being said, least likely to be able to say photosynthesis.
LJ.
I just wanted to say thank you to all the instructors and all the ladies in the office for everything they've done for us. It's truly special what they've done at this school, and I'm real thankful for what they have done for us and this whole class. I'm thankful for all my classmates, the bond we've all made, and yeah, thank you.
Okay, so this one has got a story behind it. It's very interesting to me, this whole story. This is one we heard from the students, okay? This is what they told us. Well, so they get an hour lunch break each day. Some students will stick around, and they'll fix their own meal. They might have something in the microwave, whatever. Sometimes guys will go out to eat. Well, this particular guy loves Chipotle, okay? Oh, someone loves Chipotle. Okay, all right. Okay, Chipotle, yeah, all right. But anyway, he goes to Chipotle a lot. And he apparently got a phone call from his credit card company when he went somewhere else. Like, you got your card? Is everything okay? So with that being said, most likely to have a Chipotle Visa card, Brody McKenzie.
Well, I want to start off by saying thank you to all the instructors, all the CDL instructors, all the office ladies that do work behind the scenes to help us and make this happen. I want to thank y'all for all y'all have done for me, all y'all have taught me and the person that y'all made me into, and everything I've learned from here. I really appreciate y'all.
All right, so this next young man, so he's got kind of a persona of being maybe a little bit of a bad boy, rides a Harley Davidson every day. If you notice, he's the only one here tonight in a cowboy hat. And with all that being said, most likely, oh, we got a picture. There you go. Most likely to star in Roadhouse, Drake Kitchens.
Y'all are all talking compared to me. I just want to take this time to thank the instructors and all the office people, especially Josh, because he kind of always gets left out. But he does real good, like everybody else, and we definitely learned a lot. I appreciate the bond I have with my classmates, and definitely wouldn't be able to do it without them. And thanks, Joseph, for his dry sense of humor. He definitely has one. Thank y'all.
Okay, so this next guy, they're outside. This is our hottest class of the year. We have 4 classes a year. This is really the toughest one. It's very hot. This is, it's Georgia. It's very humid. These guys are sweating up a storm. Some guys sweat more than others. And this guy's a big sweater. I don't know if you've ever seen that Old Spice ad that had they did like a young Dolph Lundgren, and it's got like a fire hydrant coming out from under his armpits. So we got another picture. Let's look at this guy. There's the yeah. So, most likely to star in an Old Spice ad, Isaac Hernandez.
Ooh, I'm sweating already. I'm sweating.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, my bad.
Congrats.
Thank you. My hair sweaty?
Yes, it's super
right.
sweaty.
I want to say, I already forgot what I was going to say. Shout out to my instructors. Shout out to the office ladies. Shout out to my friends, my families. Shout out to all my boys. Where's Zach at? Where's Umo Blanco at? Where's he at? That's my boy right there. Shout out to my mom. I love you too. My personal experience with Lee. The first couple weeks, I was going to make it. Shout out to my boy, Moses. He pushed me through. I love ya.
So this next young man, I got to kind of set this one up. So about 2 and 3, maybe halfway through week 4 is what we consider the pole circle. And really, deep down, I'm sure these guys would all agree this is the hardest part of the class. Brad actually told them, if y'all can get through week 5, it's downhill from there. Would y'all agree with that, guys? Get through the pole circle? Okay, so this one particular gentleman, though, when these guys are climbing, they're going up and down the pole, circling around. They're getting in a lot of uncomfortable positions that they're not used to. They're having to reach out, stretch, hold hands, and all these things. Well, this particular young man did not want to let go of the pole. We even had a former student that come in who we call Squirrel, and he was coaxing him along and trying to get him to turn loose, and he would not turn loose of this pole. He had a death grip on it. So with that being said, least likely to reach out a helping hand, Noah Faulkner.
Man, there's a lot of people in here. I just want to say thank you to my instructors and my class, especially Cody here. If it wasn't for that dude right there, I don't know how I'd have made it as far as I did. He's a bully. But besides that, I just want to thank everybody, and I appreciate it, because I wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for all y'all. So thank you.
Okay. So this next guy's a young guy, and I think he might actually be our youngest student ever. The thing about this guy, those of you in the room know fishing stories, right? You know, like you said I caught a fish this big, but it was, you know. So essentially, from what I've heard, his stories are 70% true, but the other 30% changes every time he tells the story. And so it just made us think when we were coming up with this of like old men sitting in Hardee's or like locally the Burger Den and at 7 a.m. just swapping stories. So most likely to swap stories with old men at the Burger Den, Nathan Romer.
All right, what's up, guys? I want to start by saying thank you, all the instructors, the office staff. They're always out there pushing us to do better and always trying to help us out with stuff a lot more than just becoming a lineman. They're trying to build us to be better people, and it's great about the school. That's about it. Thank you.
All right, so this next young man, I don't think he's ever met a stranger in his life. He could talk to anybody, very personable, fine young man, is going to do well, but I tell you what, if his career in line work does not work out, he's always got a possibility of being a really good politician. So with that being said, most likely to be the mayor of Augusta, Jackson Evans.
Going on. So I'd like to thank my instructors and all the office staff. They really had us put together and everything, and thank you to God, and that's all I got. Thank y'all.
He's armed. I saw that knife. I was like, good gracious, he's armed. All right. So this next guy, you know, so y'all, I'm going to say it again. The Beans were here earlier. Like, did they do a good job? They did do a good job. Man, it would have been so much better if Yvonne had done one specific thing that he didn't do, and I'm not going to make him do it, but it would have been unbelievable. Anyways, what he did one particular day, I'm going to say it again, I feel bad every time I say it, the Beans, they made carne asadas for the staff. They got on the grill and they cooked everything up. It was great. It was delicious. It was a very thoughtful and nice thing that they did. Well, they had this big speaker and they played some Hispanic music, like you would hear. It's just gonna sound so bad. I ain't even going to say that, but they played this Hispanic music, and he starts being like this Mexican DJ, and so he starts doing this thing and saying all this stuff, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's not funny to anybody because none of y'all get to see it. So anyway, most likely to DJ Quinceañeras, Yvonne Vasquez.
All right. No, pues, ¿qué estamos, pues? I want to say thank you to God and my friends, family, girlfriend. You know, they all pushed me to be here, and my instructors and staff. And Ira, he kind of took me under his wing when I got scared in the pole because this highway, like. And, I mean, you can ask any one of my brothers, pues, like, you know, we all got close. We all know each other very well, and yeah, güey. Shout out to Waylon, güey. And pues sí. Ahora pues. That's all I got.
So, like Yvonne said, we all got really close. I think you guys would agree, right? But there's one particular young man, one particular gentleman, I feel like he got a little closer to the rest of us than all the rest of you guys. Would y'all agree with that? So he has a particular way of greeting you and saying hi, I guess you would say. And that's to come up and give you a big old hug and give you a big old sniff. He just goes to smelling of you. So with that being said, most likely to identify you by scent, Ramses Ochoa.
Oh, man. I'm just grateful for the opportunity that Lee has gave me. I'm grateful for all my classmates, instructors, staff, all pushing us to be great men. And I also wish my fellow classmates a successful career.
Okay, so this next guy, he's one of those of that group, and he was up here, and and I'd actually heard about. I'm just going to go ahead and say his name's Eli, and I'd heard about Eli before he got here from Josh. So Josh, raise your hand, Josh. There's Josh. Josh, our marketing leader. Josh has coached a lot of baseball. He has coached Eli over the years and knows Eli. And one thing I got to witness, I got this on video of him like pretending to be like just I can't barely speak English Mexican talking to Shane about like he's not good enough to date Shane's daughter kind of thing is what the whole thing was about. Yeah, yeah. And so, but anyways, and he does this whole thing like he just cannot speak English. And so basically this is what we're going to go with. Most likely to go no habla inglés to get out of a ticket. Elias Spots. You dared me to use that.
Every day I come to this. Not a plan. Oh, I mean, I guess I'll thank the instructors. No, I'm just playing. Now, for real, Elite has brought a great experience for me, whether it was building brotherhoods or learning how to start my career. Throughout the whole 11-week process, it was like a roller coaster. There was ups and downs, but it's definitely shaped me into a better man now. I just can't thank everybody enough that was involved in that process. My parents, the instructors, office ladies, and CDL instructors all. So honestly, thanks to everybody, especially my boys out here. Thank y'all.
So this next young man, him and Brad, one of our instructors here, were having a conversation one day, and they were talking. I can't even remember all the details, what it was about, because what come out of his mouth next truly amazed me. And I butted in. I guess I gave him a little bit of my 2 cents, and in a jokingly manner, he turns and looks at me and says, "Shut up, Ira." And so if y'all know, we like to add climbs to these guys when they get out of line or when they, just mainly as a threat. Did y'all have to pay any of those penalty climbs? Yeah, okay, well, we like to threaten them with climbs and all that stuff, but most likely to tell an instructor to shut up, Nolan Weems.
So I just want to say I want to thank all the instructors and the staff for the opportunity that they've given us to be here and everything that they have taught us, all the experience I've gained since I've been here. I've really had a great time and learned a lot. I got my CDO and all that. And I want to thank Waylon for everything he's taught us coming in the classroom, putting his time into us. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you all.
Okay. Now, who here has seen the movie Napoleon Dynamite? Raise your hand. I actually have not, but I do know of this. Okay, so I do know this particular character talks about how far he could throw a football. Uncle Rico, right? Uncle Rico talked about his glory days and all that. So apparently, if some of you've seen our social media, we did a video, a football video, and we did all this football stuff. And as we were doing that, he's talking about, man, I could chunk it. I mean, I could throw it real far, and all this stuff about how he was great at passing the football. So with that being said, most likely to be Uncle Rico, Dustin Myrick. Or is it Myrick? Myrick.
Just want to start off by saying thank you to my wife. She was at home taking care of our 2-year-old and our 6-year-old while I was at school, so that really was a big help. I want to say thank you to all my she was great. And then I also say thank you to all my instructors and office ladies and Josh. And it was a great experience. I learned a lot, and I really can't wait to see where it takes me.
So like I was explaining to y'all earlier, the hardest section of this school, I would say, is probably what we consider that pole circle. And there's one particular gentleman here tonight who, I wouldn't say he struggled any more than anybody else, but I think he dreaded going back after lunch or starting at the beginning of the day to go into that pole circle. A lot of times you see these guys and they're hot, they're wore out. We really have to watch them. They need to drink water and take breaks and all these things, and rightfully so. Like Colton said, it's the hottest part of the year with this class, so you guys earned it definitely. But this guy, I believe, he might have dreaded a little bit more going back out there, especially according to his classmates. So with that being said, most likely to ask if he could finish the pole circle in a bucket truck, Alex Shaw.
I want to start off first saying you suck, Moses, because I know you came up with that. I want to say thank you to my parents and friends for supporting me, all the CDL instructors, all the office staff, all the dang, it's nervous up here. I want to thank God for giving me the strength and the courage to continue and to make it through, and that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, so Hayden Blaylock, go ahead and make your way up here, please. Hayden Blaylock. Okay. It's not that bad, but just come on up, Hayden. Give Hayden a hand while he's walking. Let's get, yeah. All right. Okay, let's stand up here in front of everybody once you get done with that. All right, stand right here. I just want you to just spin around. And watch his hair, everybody. Watch his hair. Okay, it moved a little, but I was under the impression this thing don't move at all. Basically, from what I've heard, there's not a follicle difference of his hair from the first day of class to what you see right there. It's exactly the same. It's like a helmet. So, most likely to have Lego hair. Hayden Blaylock.
I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to be here. I want to thank all my instructors and office people. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And I want to give all the glory to God. Thank y'all.
So this next young man, to set the scene for you, we have an interview process. Yuns, there you go, Yvonne. You like that? We have an interview process that these guys go through. They build a resume. They're told to be at these elite training facility at a certain time. I believe it's an hour before their interview. Well, this one particular gentleman forgot his resumes. So he got there, forgot his resumes, had to go back, get his resumes, and then on the way back to his interview, he started having truck issues. And he's on the phone with Yvonne, and he's giving it down the road because he's trying to get back in time for his interview so he's not in trouble or any of those things. So with that being said, most likely to push his truck on the way to an interview, Javier Zamora Jr.
I just want to start off with thanking my parents, my friends, my girlfriend, all the instructors and the office people, and thank you for having me.
Okay, so as I said earlier, a lot of my responsibilities revolve around social media. So one of the things that I'll do is I'll go and check the comments and check stuff sometimes on the back end of our social media. And I feel like I saw this from we were tagged or something by this particular individual, and he has an account and he does a TikTok page and he does an Instagram. And he was talking about the experience of coming to school and all this stuff like that. So basically, in being a TikToker, most likely to start every workday, or being an influencer, but most likely to start every workday saying, "What's up, guys? Alex Xavier Bellerud."
Pull my notes out. I just want to say thank you to the instructors for being patient with me and not giving up on me. It means so much to me and my family. So thank you.
So like I said earlier, we try our best to establish a personal relationship with each and every one of our students. And in doing so, we get to learn a little about what they've already done in life, what they've accomplished in life. And this next gentleman, we found out that he was really good at wiring up car stereos, putting in speakers, backup cameras, making these little turtle boxes, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And we had this big plan, me, Brad, and Blake. He was going to put Blake and Brad a stereo in their trucks and put Blake in a backup camera, and he was going to build me one of these turtle boxes. He was going to make me a turtle box, and none of that came to fruition in this 11 weeks. So, with that being said, least likely to replace your radio, Michael Valaconis.
All right. Whew. I would have put in the radio if you didn't make me climb as much. I just want to say that. I just want to say thank you to everyone up and down the school. It goes from the line instructors to the CDL instructors. I spent a little longer than I'd like at the CDL for certain reasons. I want to thank the office staff. Thank you. This thing move up. Office staff, especially Miss Tanya. She's a Gamecock fan, so Spurs up. Go Dog! I want to thank David and Mark. Mark's not here right now, but David, they came in. They took some time out of their day to make the trip and grow us as a character. Thank you to my family. That's pretty much it. Thank you to the Lord above. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this guy's awesome. I'm a big fan of this guy. And one thing I'll say about him, he has, so we've had students use these in the past, but he would use one of these, and it's like a backpack, a camelback, I don't know, camelback, however you say it. But you put water in it, so it's basically has like the little straw comes over the strap, and then you can, suck on it and get some water as you're going throughout the day. And he had that and with him at all times. So, with that being said, let's show the picture. Okay. Most likely to be Bobby Boucher, Moises Rodriguez Arriaga.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people. I'm just dropping everything. I just want to thank my instructors. Without them, I wouldn't be where I here. It was tough. It was very tough. I want to thank you to all my brothers here. I know all of y'all are from, most of y'all are from very far away, but I want to let y'all know that if y'all ever passing by a small town named Dalton, you always have a brother in me, bro.
All right, not to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to bring up the post circle again. I can't stress enough, and I think these guys would agree, Williams, at how much these guys really have to push and really have to persevere to get through those first 5 weeks and get through this post circle. And this one particular young man, it didn't matter. What we throwed at him, he done it, but he done it with reservation, to say the least. And what I mean by that is every time we threw something new at him, every time, whether it would be climbing the 70-foot pole or the first time he climbed up the top of the 35 and let his green all the way out. And for you parents and family members, that means he was way off of the pole with his body. So it's really sketchy and it's really scary for these guys. But every time we would introduce something new, you could hear this particular young man going, "Nope, no sir." And he would do that all the way up and doing everything that we asked him to do. So with that being said, most likely to say, "Nope, no sir," while already doing it, Randall Peyton Willett.
I just want to say thank you to all of our instructors, especially Ira, because he heard no from me the most. I want to thank all of our office staff, and I want to thank all the guys that came in there and talked to us and made us all better men. And I want to kind of give a shout out to the guys that are in my house because they heard the worst of it. I'm deathly terrified of heights, which don't really mix with this too well. So they heard every conquering that we all went through and we all grinded through as a team and as brothers. And I just want to thank the Lord for pushing me and giving me the opportunity to be here and giving me the grace and courage to keep on going. Thank y'all.
Okay, so basically, if you're a kid that, I'd say, grew up in the 2000s or the 2010s, you probably know the show Phineas and Ferb. Raise your hand if you know of Phineas and Ferb. Parents that know of Phineas and Ferb. Okay, so Phineas and Ferb, listen, it was a little after me, but like my little brother would watch it when it came on, and I was like, this show's awesome. It's great. And one of the characters in that show, the bad guy of the show who fights Perry the Platypus all the time, is Dr. Doofenshmirtz. And he's got this just name that's like just a crazy name. And this guy has a name that's, just not a normal last name. So that was, I guess, is that how the nickname came about by Blake? Yeah. So most likely to be Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Matthew Gangelhoff. There's Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. There we go.
I'd just like to take this time to thank my parents. I wouldn't be here without them. Thank my teammates. Y'all have supported me a lot. And thank you to the instructors, the office ladies, Waylon for starting the school. And that's pretty much all I got. So thank y'all.
So this next young man, I guess you could classify him as a little bit of a daredevil. Great young man, outstanding student, done well in everything that he done, but I guess you could say we might be worried about him a little bit. You want to play the video, Colton?
Yeah, we got a video.
All right, let's see the video.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, you can stop there. You can stop there.
Oh, okay, in seeing that, most likely to need insurance before having insurance, Zach Shepler.
I just want to say, everyone go like that video, but thank you to the instructors, my family, and all the boys. It was a pretty fun time, and that's all I got.
Okay, so I'm bringing us back to Phineas and Ferb for a second, if y'all don't care. And so we were thinking about, sometimes we have guys, and we're trying to come up with these superlatives. We grab a handful of students, and we're sitting in a room, and we're racking our brains trying to find a joke or something. And some guys are either like the best guy, they're like you can't find anything to make fun of them about, or they're just like super quiet, and like you just can't like they're not giving you anything because they're just so quiet. And this guy, I'd say, checks off both boxes. He's a good guy, but he's also very quiet. And he's one of the first people in this class that I met. It's funny, he's sitting next to Doofenshmirtz right now. And but anyways, this particular guy, let's pull up this particular character. That is Ferb. Okay, now if you watch Phineas and Ferb, Phineas is the guy, he talks all the time. Phineas talks a mile a minute. Ferb don't say nothing. Now, Andrew, describe Ferb this way. There's a mysteriousness to Ferb, and there is a mysteriousness to this individual. You don't know what he's thinking. You watch him. We don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. That mind's working. He's doing something, maybe something cool. Who knows? But he's just quiet. So with that being said, most likely to be Ferb, Levi Golden.
I'd like to thank my instructors, CDL instructors, my family, and office crew. Thank you.
Okay, for this next young man, it seemed like throughout this whole class, I believe he died 50 times up on the pole. No less, maybe more. Might have been more than 50 times that he died on the pole. There was one particular time when we were what we called the L line, and we're hanging arms and we're hanging wire and all these things, and we're going to take these arms down. And the rigging wasn't exactly right to his benefit. It wasn't, and we were struggling a little bit. We were trying to let the arm down on a hand line, and it got caught on his belt. And I believe to my soul that he thought he was checking out of this place. He was no longer for this earth. So with that being said, most likely to call 911 from 15 feet up, Brian Galegalos.
What can I say? I get scared. First off, hope everyone's having a good evening. I just want to say thank you to my family, teachers, friends, and classmates for being here and for supporting me along this journey. Today isn't just about a graduation. It's about the late nights through the hard work, the moments when we didn't think we could push through, but did anyway. Graduation is more than an ending. It's a beginning. Wherever life takes us next, I hope we all carry the lesson, memories, and friendships we have made here. I'm proud of what we achieved together. I'm excited for the future ahead. Congratulations to the class of 2025. We did it.
Sometimes we do superlatives that we recycle from past classes because they're just, they're perfect fits for the current class and someone in it. In the past, we had a guy that was 19 years old who showed up with a 33-year-old girlfriend once. It was an interesting situation. And this particular guy, from what I've heard from the guys, likes women older than him. And that's all we're going to say about that. So, most likely to flirt with your mom, Tavin Clinton.
Well, that was awkward, but okay. Look, all I got to say is I definitely appreciate all the instructors, all the office ladies, and all the CDL staff. They built me up from the ground up with this career, and I cannot wait to get started. And I thank all the brothers in front of me that helped me get here, and we all support each other. And there's a reason why we're the biggest class, because we're all here to support each other. Y'all have a good one.
All right, this next young man, Joseph Meyer.
I'm grateful for, first and foremost, to God for giving me the strength to make it to this day. I'm grateful for my family for standing by me and supporting me through this journey. And lastly, I just want to thank the whole elite team and all the instructors for equipping me and preparing me for this next step. I'll never forget the skills and life lessons I've learned here.
Okay, so just a little about me for a minute. Like I said, I do social media, and if you watch some of our social media stuff, one thing that I'll do sometimes, I'll go out and I'll ask questions. I'll have some dumb question, and I'll go around and ask everybody. Well, this particular guy, he didn't want to be asked, me to put him on there, which is fine. It's like, because here's the deal. I don't want to twist someone's arm and if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. That's fine. But I was just taken aback because it was like the first time in the history of my time at Elite that had happened. I was like, no one's ever done that before. No one said don't put me on the social media. I was like, okay. But so with that being said, we talked about that when we huddled up with all the guys for our superlative. We brought that up, and they also said this about this individual. If you ask him why he chose Elite, why he's here, he answers with one word: timeline. Timeline. Shortest school, shortest amount of time. He doesn't want to be on social media. He's got to get out of here in a hurry. Most likely to be on the run. Cody Lineman.
I just want to say thank you. I'm from the north, and thank you for showing me your southern hospitality, and thank you to my instructors and everybody else. Thank you.
So this next young man, evidently spent a lot of time doing extracurricular activities, according to his classmates. I didn't notice it. Brad didn't notice it. Blake didn't notice it because he would have spent some more time on the pole, evidently. But with that being said, most likely to have spent the most time pooping during the entirety of Class 25, Alex Lloyd.
It was only like twice, all right? I'm just kidding. Mainly Panda Express. That was the main reason of it right there. So, first and foremost, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here because I was at a crossroads and I found my path. And I want to thank all the instructors, CDL instructors, the line instructors, all the staff, just everybody in general, and my classmates. Thank you.
Giddy up. Here we go. All right. So, this guy, basically, this is how I'm going to set this up for you. When we require you to come here, you have to send some stuff in to us. A lot of the stuff you got to send in is for CDL. Because we have to make sure that you are able to get a CDL. So you have to get the stuff in that we need so that we can get the whole process rolling. Now, one of those things, and then on the application, you tell us like everything, where you're from, how old you are, all this stuff. It's also on driver's license, a person's age. So we knew that this person was 37 years old. And when he got to orientation, he stood up in front of the class and said that he was 35 years old. So, most likely to carry a fake ID just to feel younger, Brandon Collison.
Thanks, guys. Not that old. I just want to thank God, my family, all the instructors. They are the best anyone could ask for. All the office staff, they are amazing. Waylon, he's a great program director, and he's always involved. I am really happy with my choice to come to Elite. I learned all the line skills necessary to be successful at this career, and this program had a lot of extra benefits. I feel like coming to Elite really set me apart and will help me moving forward. Thank you.
So this next young man, he is very energetic, very charismatic. He don't back down from nobody, whether it's LJ, who's the biggest in our class, Blake, our biggest instructor, Brad, me. It don't matter. Shane, he does not back down. He'll tell you what he thinks too. So with that being said, most likely to be a Chihuahua if he was a dog, Carson Wells.
Come on, man, a Chihuahua. I just want to thank glory to God. First off, thank you to my family for supporting me through this program. God, I love people. Thank you to the CDL instructors, especially Joseph, Blake, and Joseph and Keith. I couldn't have done that without y'all. The line instructors, the office ladies. Thank you.
Yeah, some of these when we tell them, they're a little like borderline, and we're like, and we told this when we ran through the list, and we said this one to Kaylin over here, and Kaylin's a first grade teacher, and so she went where she was a first grade teacher, and anyway, so we went through the whole list, and when she heard this one, she went, oh, like she felt terrible for what we're about to say, but we're about to say it. So, here we go. I'm just going to read it. Most likely to sound like a weed eater, Cody Kruger.
Yeah.
Some of your buddies.
I want to start off by thanking my wife and my kids. They gave up. Sorry.
Yeah. Come on, Cody.
Thank you, Elite. I ain't doing it.
So this next young man, like Colton was explaining earlier, Eli, Ramses, the Beans as they refer to themselves, got together and they cooked us some carne asada that was out of this world. I went home and I was still miserable that evening. It was so good, so delicious. But this young man, he just tended to draft toward those guys. He hung out with those guys. They were teaching him Spanish. I think they kind of adopted him. They gave him the nickname Big Bear as well, so they kind of formed a brotherhood together. So with that being said, most likely to want to be a Mexican, Zachary Hughes.
So, it's weird. I like to write, but I hate talking in front of people. So, sorry. Good evening, everyone. Standing here today, I feel a mix of pride, gratitude, and excitement. When we first started this program, most of us didn't fully realize the grit, sacrifice, and determination it would take to get here. We've endured long days, tough training, calloused hands, and challenges that pushed us to our limits. But through it all, we kept climbing, literally and figuratively. Being a lineman isn't just a job, it's a lifestyle. It's a commitment to safety, teamwork, and service. It's about showing up in the worst conditions, storms, darkness, disasters, and being the one people can count on to bring the lights back on. We're stepping into a brotherhood where trust, loyalty, and having each other's back isn't optional. It's survival. I want to thank our instructors and office staff for everything you've done to get us here. The instructors, Shane, Blake, Brad, and Ira, they pushed us, challenged us, and made sure we understood that safety and hard work always come first. The office staff, Tanya, Amy, Stephanie, Kaylin, Josh, and Colton. Thank Yuns for the behind-the-scenes support that kept this program running smoothly and kept us on track. The CDL instructors, Joseph, Keith, Aaron, and Clint, thank y'all for the patience and guidance that gave us another critical skill to carry into the field. Thank you to David and Mark, who's not here, for coming back to speak to us every week and helping us grow as people. It was more than just training us to be linemen. Y'all all helped shape us into better men, teaching us discipline, responsibility, and pride in the work we do. There's another side. I also want to thank my family and friends. Your support and encouragement through this journey made it possible for me to stand here today. Without y'all, I wouldn't have had the strength to keep going. And my classmates, thank you for your encouragement, your teamwork, and the way y'all pushed me and each other to keep going. We leaned on one another through every climb, every test, and every tough day. And that bond is something we will carry with us into the field and for the rest of our lives. Congratulations to all of us. We've earned this moment. As we move forward, let's carry the lessons we've learned. Work hard, stay humble, never stop learning, and most importantly, look out for one another. The world depends on linemen, and now it's our turn to answer that call. Thank you, and congratulations to the graduating class, Class 25.
Okay. So this next one, so we have a picture of this guy. We can go ahead and show it. we were given this picture. This was, I guess, his girlfriend. He had a little skincare thing. So most likely to do a skincare routine every day before class, Noah Heupel.
Clearly it doesn't work good enough, so I just want to start off by thanking my instructors, of course, and thanking the office staff as well, and of course you, David, too, and Colton as well. Mark can't be here, but I want to thank him as well. I also want to thank Peyton and Zach for getting the photo down as well. I do want to thank my brothers as well for keeping me in this class. I wouldn't have done it without them, especially Carson, keeping my mind right in the bedroom, so appreciate it, man.
Go ahead, Ira. Go ahead.
All right. So, on a serious note, I wish you guys, the family members that are here and the friends that are here, could see when these guys first roll in, they first strap on a set of hooks, a belt, and they start climbing, and then see what you guys seen today, the end product. But they're just going to keep getting better as they go on through their career. But they do tremendously grow so much. But some of them are a little bit smoother than others when they climb. And so, with that being said...
Give us an example of this guy. I think that would get a good demonstration.
You want me to do the demonstration?
Yeah, do the demonstration.
So he brings his knees real close to the pole, and he's real smooth, and he's real slick. So y'all watch this, okay? That's my best impression. So most likely to climb the pole like he's listening to some 90s R&B, Dalen Flood.
Expecting that. I just want to start out by saying thank you to the instructors and all the office staff. I wouldn't be here without all of them, and all my classmates for building the friendships we have throughout the class. But that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so this next guy, now, here's the deal. So, like I said, we learn the dirt of all these guys when we get with the students and they tell us the dirt. Now, this guy is, we Belarus's a TikToker. This guy is also a TikToker. And his girlfriend, who is here, I see her right in front of me, they do a TikTok account together. And we have one of the TikToks that they have made with this individual. Let's show it.
DC! Wake up! Wake up! Oh, no!
Okay, that's it. So most likely to be TikTok famous, Ryder Cunningham.
I just want to say thank Elite for giving me the opportunity to come out here and chase my dreams. And I want to thank the instructors, the office people, my family, and that's it. Good job.
All right, so in this class, we've got a lot of personalities. They come from, different states all over the United States, a lot of different personalities. Some of them are very loud, very boisterous. Some of them are quiet and keep to themselves, and that's okay. But like I said earlier, we try to establish a relationship with each and every one of them. With this particular young man, I tried to talk to him, but it was like pulling teeth to get him to talk to me whatsoever. And then I found his sweet spot. I found the secret to it. All you had to do was start talking about deer hunting or killing a turkey or killing an elk, and that was all it took for him to open up to us and really learn who he was. So with that being said, most likely to use his gaffs to hang a tree stand, Drake Yoder.
So I have the unique honor tonight to give Drake a little special award here. So all of the students here have the opportunity to earn a CDL. Now that is something that is not easily given to them. On average, this class, they've done about 13 days after hours at the CDL lot. Drake here, he put in 26 days after hours. I'm talking pole circle, out there on the L line. After he got done with that, he could have went back to the housing, he could have slept, but he didn't. He come out there and he put in the work and he earned his CDL. So for class 25, Drake Yoder is our CDL award winner. There you go, sir.
I'd like to thank God, my family, and all of Elite. Thank you.
Okay, so this next guy, we've had a lot of people from New York, but we have not. Most everybody that's come to our school has been from upstate New York. This guy's from the city. He's from Long Island, and he came here. And if you watch the little video we put out the other day, describe elite in one word. He described elite as country. That was the word he chose. But this guy, from what I heard in the housing, and we learn, like I said, we get together with these guys and we hear stuff about what goes on in the housing. Like, some people like a temperature lower. At my house, we keep it like mid-60s a lot of the time. He wanted to put the thermostat at 75 in the middle of July. Yeah, monsters. So, yeah, he's from the north, that's true, but I mean, he's in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, most likely to have the housing feeling like the pole circle in the middle of July, William Hernandez Zelaya.
All right, you need to get up here and get ready to talk. Now, they got a 2-minute speech they were supposed to do, but you see that didn't happen. So while we do this is all fun, and it usually ends up being just a story about what we learn about these guys or what all their classmates. I always come up with some kind of a story, and it's easy when most of the classmates come up with all the funny superlatives with a really good story. And there's times that where there's no really good story, and it's really hard to do for us. But all the funny superlatives are all in fun, just shows how close and personal that we all get to each individual student. If we can tell a good story, that means we kind of got really close. We talked, had a really good fellowship, I would say. So we'll also do serious superlatives. These are really easy whenever the classmates, your classmates, all these guys right here pick these. So what happens is we pick out a few options to give an award for. Colton gives them a QR code to scan, and then their fellow students get to pick who is best receiving for the award. So one of these is most improved. This guy right here didn't talk a whole lot, obviously from a different part of the country than what we are. Obviously doesn't sound like me. So I'm like really redneck. So, but they really, all these was agreed on us too. It's very easy when the classroom does it and we don't have to get involved. But you should be excited. Most improved. Just quiet. When he got here, didn't say a whole lot, but opened up, really dug deep. And then when Waylon gets a hold of you and asks you some of the questions that he does, then David comes in here on the back end and you really start thinking about your life and why you're here. It becomes a lot, doesn't it? It can. Big time. So, most improved, you got it from your classmates. Good job.
Thank you to all the instructors, especially Brad. I feel like he pushed me the most. Thank you to my family for always being there. Thank you.
And that most improved starts from the climbing circle. If they're the person that struggles, they keep digging, putting in the work and always getting better. That's where that most improved comes from, day one all the way to the end.
All right, for this next young man, all of these guys know there's some set rules. A lot of you parents came to orientation. You know those set rules. They have to be there by a certain time, 6:30 every morning. Well, a lot of mornings, and according to his classmates as well, at housing, they knew when this particular gentleman was arriving. We could tell when he come into campus. We could tell when he came back from lunch. And that was because I don't know what kind of subwoofers he's got in this car, but he's got a set of subwoofers in this car. And so you could hear him coming from a mile away. With that being said, most likely to have hearing aids by 25, Jaquez Jackson.
Y'all can't see it really good. Just notice his smile as he walks this way. All right, so you can't talk yet. You just hang on. So you notice the smile. Some of these kids are hard, young men. Sorry. Some of these young men are hard when they come in. You know, they sit, and he sat right in the front row. Where we usually stand instructing a little bit, he's like right here. A little bit tight with 41 students in there, but he was right there. You look at him, he just got this, it was a pretty hard look. Like that is all you got from him until here lately. Opening up. So most personal growth is what everybody voted for you. Good job.
I like to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't have made it. I like to thank my family, my real family, and I like to thank my other family. And I like to thank the elite staff. And I like to thank the CDL instructors because I'm CDL certified now. And y'all have a good night.
Okay, this next guy, there ain't really much we're making fun of here. He just, he stood up here and sang a song for everybody. So we're just kind of sticking with the singing thing. And most likely to start singing when the instructors say, sound the pole, Andrew Hall.
All right, so before you get to talk, for sure, week one's pretty easy. They're inside. It gets a little boring doing some certification stuff, OSHA stuff. They just have to sit there and look at a screen and just listen to somebody talking. It's super boring the first week. Sorry. It is what it is, sorry. But it's part of this, and it is really hard, and they have to dig deep. And we tell them from the get-go, it's a lot. From the very first phone call they have with anybody in the office, whether it's Josh, poor old Josh, he works in the room with all these other 4 or 5 women in there all day long, so he gets beat up a lot. So anybody in that office staff that they have a conversation with from day one, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to dig deep. You're going to have to work on your CDL stuff way before you even get here. Just study. And then when you get here, it's going to be grind and grind and grind, going after class and doing some extra stuff. Then you get into week 2, week 3. You know, for us, week 1 starts just this crazy idea of this was probably the worst decision in my life because my legs and my arms are hurt and I want to quit. Week 2, you had a long weekend and you come in Monday and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? Why did I come back? But then you got this guy. There's always one in every class that's usually probably runs their mouth a little bit. No, that's not bad. But talks a little bit louder, really pumps everybody up. I know Andrew's from where I'm from, so I've known Andrew for a long time. He's just that, kind of pumps everybody up. So his thing was 2 claps and a Ric Flair, or whatever. Everybody knows who Ric Flair is, right? Who's watched wrestling in their lifetime? Yeah, come on. This is where everybody in here raises your hand. Yeah, it's okay. So your classmates voted you most encouraging because of those days whenever they were all probably ready to quit. Here come Andrew, and he would say,
hey, give me 2 claps and Ric Flair! Woo!
That's what you would get all day long whenever we get hard and we'd climb, 8 or 10, 15 poles, and before we got a break, that's what you would get. So, most encouraging. Good job.
So first off, I want to thank my family. I couldn't be here without them. I want to thank my friends for coming. They didn't have to do that. Shout out Cole. I also want to thank my roommate, LJ. He made this 11 weeks so much more fun than what it would have been. I mean, I'm so grateful I met him. Also need to shout out Big Mike. Anyone that knows me really well knows that I have a tendency of sleeping in. I love to sleep. And Big Mike, every morning, would gently knock on my door. He'd open my window. Hey, guys, it's 6:30, time to go. And he was just so nice about it. And I would have been dropped out of this school already if it was not for him. So shout out to you, Ben. Also, lastly, I want to thank the instructors for what they've done. Lord knows that it takes a lot of patience to get anything through my thick skull. And, I mean, this is a very special group of men, very godly men. And I'm grateful for the example that they've set for me, and I strive to be what they are in the future. I also want to thank the office ladies. One thing I'm very forgetful. And before we ever got here, the office ladies sent us a list of basic items like toiletries, which if you're a teenage boy, you don't really think about that stuff. So I really want to thank them for that. And then the CDL instructors, I have to especially thank. I don't think he made it tonight, Clint. He wasn't able to make it tonight. But if you saw me back up a trailer those first couple weeks I was here, you would be scared to be on the road, and you would think there's no way I was getting my CDL. Well, one day, Clint was determined to get me to do offset backing, which is a maneuver you have to do when you do your test. And he stayed after me for 2.5 hours after he had already worked his day. So I know he's not here, but I wanted to vocalize that. These men and women go above and beyond every day to make sure that they are making good relationships with us, or teaching us the things that we need to know in this career, and genuinely do care about us, not just as linemen or just because that we're going to their school, but as people too. And I just want to say thank y'all.
All right, this next young man. So when we're out there in the pole circle, you've got 41 of these guys, and it's literally what we say. It's a pole circle, and they're all in this circle, and we're going around, me, Blake, Brad, Shane, and we're trying to help them with their climbing technique, all the different things that they're going through, what they're doing wrong, what they can do better. And they have a tendency, when they need your help, to holler your name. Well, it just so happened that I guess this particular class got deemed Ira's class. And they would all constantly be hollering, Ira, 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 Ira. And I felt like I had whiplash every night when I went home. And then you've got this one particular gentleman who would hold up a cone and like a megaphone, and he would say, Ira, like that right there, every day. And then, on top of that, he would come up to me every day, and I was trying to be as good to these guys as I could be. And this particular young man would come up to me, and he would say, be nice to people. And I'd say, okay, Carlos, I'll be nice to people. I know I just spoiled it. But anyway, most likely to say, be nice to people. Carlos Carranza.
Hold on just a minute. All right, so in that, I'll go ahead and give it away. He got best leader from all of your classmates. So in that is part of like what Ira was saying. He's always pushing, quiet, very quiet young man. But after that story right there, you know there's always somebody in the background that knows what's the right thing to do, and always probably feeding just a little bit in these little nooks and crannies in the background for everybody to do the right thing and just be patient and do what is right. Right? So that's why you got best leader. Good job.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, I just want to say I want to thank God for letting me be here today, my wife for taking care of my daughter when I was in school. It was rough, it was tough, and for the instructors for always teaching me how to be a great man, and a hard-working man as well. And Waylon for always being there for me as well. Blake. And every instructor. Thank you.
Okay, so we've kind of already alluded to this a little bit. This particular guy, and one thing, we've had this conversation before. So Shane is a girl dad. He's got 3 daughters. One's married, one's engaged, one's 15, 16. And he's always said to our class, none of y'all are good enough to date my daughters. He says that every class.
I usually get asked that question, and it's always no, absolutely not.
Now, I don't know if Shane has said this about this individual, but I know at least one of the instructors, I feel like I've heard them say this, that this particular guy is good enough to date their daughter. And basically, as he's described, he's wholesome. And, I mean, he won the rodeo today, so he's got that going for him. But most likely to be the only one the instructors would let date their daughter, McCrae Reynolds.
No. No, you just stand there and be quiet for a minute. All right, so this was this is not a real hard one, but all the way through, good Christian kid, it's kind of one of those things kind of in the background. He's just kind of quiet and does his thing and knows what's right and sits there and kind of absorbs stuff and does the right thing. And this is just one of those easy type deals. So what he got was top student from your classmates and us. And that's just all the way around. Yeah, good job. That was from day one to all the way through. And like I said earlier, with some of the others, it's easy when everybody in this seat picks that and we don't have to get involved in it. So good job. And what you get. Can somebody come get him? Blake? You don't get nothing. So Estes has donated a backpack, climbing gear bag, or whatever you know. We like to think of it as probably a good little duffel bag. You can, for the lineman world and contractors for sure, you go on a storm trip, it's easy to carry a big bag of like 2 weeks worth of clothes, but it's very easy to have that big bag plus something small you keep a couple of days worth in, and you throw kind of in the cab with you, and it's easier to get to, right? So that'd be good for this, or you put your climbing gear in here. I might need some help. Ira, Brad, somebody. Just another hand. Do not clap. I'm just kidding. So there's all kind of goodies in here. So you got your little baggie to go in there, put some hand tools in. That's a speaker I'm going to keep. Some channel locks from Klein. Ooh, very handy flip socket that'll be nice. Whenever you get the opportunity to use that, it's going to be real good. You don't get the speaker. And then Klein Tools gave you this. No, you quit. This mod box from Klein, pretty neat little roll around. Be a little bit big for a truck, but it's really awesome deal. So I guess I'll give you this speaker. Not really, but there you go. So good job.
About 10 o'clock last night, some of my roommates told me that we were supposed to do speeches today. And so I did not write a speech. But I'll do the best I can. Thank you all my classmates, fellow students, for voting me for top student. It means the world to me. I'm going to try and make the best out of this speech, even though I didn't write anything. I try and live my life as an example to others, and just showing what Christ would do, and living my life in that way. And I hope that I've showed you all that today, or throughout the course of this class. And in that, or after that, I want to thank all the instructors for just the time and the hours that they've put forth, dedicating their time to us. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to leave their great jobs to come teach a bunch of hooligans for 3 months, but they decided to. They made that sacrifice, so thank y'all for that. And they do. They genuinely care for us. Every one of y'all's sons or brothers or whoever they are to y'all can testify that these guys genuinely care for us. They're trying to get us jobs once we graduate, and they're trying to just make us into the best men that we can be. And in that, I also want to thank the office ladies for all the hard work they do. I know Colton and Josh normally get thrown into that bunch, but they're office ladies by title. I think Josh spends more time on his hair than the ladies anyway. And I thank Waylon specifically for just all the things that he does. I know he's had some tough times lately, so just keep Waylon in your prayers. But I know if Waylon could, he would spend every minute of every day with us, but the wheels of business have got to keep spinning. And then David and David for just coming in on Thursdays and teaching us scripture, teaching us to build our character. And I had one more thing. I didn't prepare this. This isn't from the Bible, but I decided to read it. This is Titus 3:3-5. It says, "For we were also once foolish ourselves, disobedient, deceived, enslaved to various lusts and pleasures, spending our life in malice and envy, hateful, hating one another. But when the kindness of God our Savior and his love for mankind appeared, he saved us, not on the basis of deeds which we have done in righteousness, but according to his mercy, by the washing of regeneration and renewing by the Holy Spirit." So just simply saying we aren't saved by the good things we're done. We're only saved by one good thing, and that was Jesus dying on the cross for us. So that's all I got. Thank y'all.
Okay, if I can get every student of Class 25, please stand up. And as McCrae's coming down, I present to you Class 25 of the Elite Lineman Training Institute. Look that way. You can have a seat. And for our closing remarks, Shane Hyatt.
Wow. So, I don't know if I can follow up McCrae there, but, you know, that's what it's about. When I probably won't make it through this. Where's Brad at? You might have to do this. When when Waylon mentioned this to me when he and I was working together, I'm glad this is not live streamed. You know, you automatically felt that it was the right thing to do. So, the number one thing was them being good young men and growing up and raising a family like we did, and just being that good human, a good person in some society, and going back to your communities and doing the right thing when you got there. And there's a lot of things that go in that. when you get out there, there's a lot of roughneck, what we would call them redneck, so a lot of roughneck people that can steer you the wrong way. So that was the whole goal. Either they come from a busted home or they just need a little bit of guidance that they didn't get. So that's what it was all about from the get-go. Then teach them to do line work on the back end. Unfortunately, the line work stuff is in front. We still get to do what I feel Waylon does. David and Mark and whoever comes and all of us, we try our best to show Christ into these young men. I missed the first, couple of weeks with this class. I had surgery, but I had to kind of get back into sync with these guys. But it's really easy whenever it feels right from all the way around. Everybody on this stage, anybody that's involved knows what it's about. It just clicks and it does what it's supposed to do. That's why it makes it hard to tell, because it's not us. It's all God. That's all it is. That is it. We cannot do this without Him, and that's why we do it. So, I was afraid I was going to have to speak, but I was worried I was going to do this. This is hard because it's from our heart. And we love you guys. If you ever need anything, you know that you can call on us anytime, because it's going to get hard. You're going to get out there and there's somebody going to try to drag you down the wrong road. It's going to happen. But you've got in your little tool bag of things in your pocket, in your bag, whatever you've got it stuck in your brain. And you've got all of these people, Waylon sitting right out there. You've got everybody here that you can call when you need us. Okay? Good job. We love y'all. Brad, can you at least pray for me?
What are we, team? Family, right? It'll always be family here. You will always be a part of our family. And we love you. Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for these wonderful young men, their families, and this school, and what this school stands for. And let us keep doing it for your glory. Because it's all you. It's not us. We want them to see you through us. Let us be a light when we leave this place for you. And keep everybody safe as they go on to start their career. Keep their families safe as they go home. And we love you. For it's in your name we pray. Amen.